he's explains to me, I don't have any money. Yeah, I love that he told me this, like, good on you for being vulnerable and honest, but I don't want that. Dated plenty of men with no money. No, thank you, sir.
Oh! Yeah! Obviously, I'm crying, or I was just crying, because that's what I do on my birthday. Especially this one, because I turn 30 tomorrow. And I didn't even think it was going to feel big. I was like, I'm one of those girls. I don't care. I have no timeline. I don't care if I turn 30. It's not going to be a big deal. And then I realized it's starting to where I have to say that I'm in my 30s, and that actually is crippling to me. My own business, went back into the corporate world. Like, I've done a lot. So here's some stuff that I feel like if you're in your 20s, you should keep in mind. Get hurt. Plan to get hurt. Plan to love so fearlessly that getting hurt is 100% inevitable.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have dating advice from single woman over 30, which is the best advice to not follow. What you can do is do the opposite, or take everything they say and do the exact opposite, and you'll be perfect in life and in dating. So let's take a look at this advice, guys, and let's see what we can learn.
Okay, so when a guy offers to get coffee or tea, I always assume that they don't have any money. This is based off of an experience I had with a man who was like, do you want to get tea? Because he's explains to me, I don't have any money. Yeah, I love that he told me this, like, good on you for being vulnerable and honest, but I don't want that. Dated plenty of men with no money. No, thank you, sir. I was stupid and I offered to go out to dinner and I'd pay for it. That was when I was stupid.
No, it's not because she's stupid. We can all understand that the reason why she paid for dates is because she went out with more attractive men, right? So she wanted their attention and their validation, and she was really willing to pay for it. That's the difference. It's not that now she's learned. It's not that she's wiser. It's not that she has increased her standards. What we know about most women in dating nowadays is that they increase their standards, but for the average guys. For the guys who are attractive, they have no standards at all, other than, of course, be attractive. If you're attractive, guys, anything flies. These women will pay money and then dress up and go there and simp for men that are attractive. So, again, I don't have no problem with women requiring from men to be providers. I have a problem, though, when you don't require that from other men. So you're meaning to tell me the other guys clapped you for free? In fact, you paid them to clap you, but now guys have to supposedly, you know, provide all these things and do all of these and show their A game to have the benefit of dating you. No, thank you.
You know, and not really stupid. I was just nice. Okay, and I'm learning my lessons just like you are. So, you know, stop buying those men dinner and don't pay for their shit, because that's not in your feminine energy, and it just does not create a great relationship, honestly. So they broke, move on.
Obviously, I'm crying, or I was just crying, because that's what I do on my birthday. Especially this one, because I turn 30 tomorrow, and that feels so big, and I didn't even think it was going to feel big. I was like, I'm one of those girls. I don't care. I have no timeline. I don't care if I turn 30. It's not going to be a big deal. And then I realized it's starting to where I have to say that I'm in my 30s, and that actually is crippling to me. So here's a list of shit that I learned, and my only qualifications are that I've lived through my 20s. I moved 5 times, lived in 3 different states, dated a lot of people, had a lot of jobs, started my own business, went back into the corporate world. Like, I've done a lot. So here's
Yeah, she has slept with a lot, that's for certain. Have the usual profile, gentlemen. This is the most average experience from females nowadays. They act as if they are immortal and they're gonna live forever. They don't prioritize or even stop to think about their future, about the family, about men's desires. They just go out there living their lives, you know, having their hot girl summers, going to clubs, sleeping with multiple men, receiving validation and attention from all the strangers, getting free meals and drinks, and climbing the corporate ladder and all of that. And then when they get to 30, it's the oh crap moment, the epiphany phase, where they say, wait a minute, I don't want to pass away alone, so I'm gonna have to, you know, focus on getting a man, you know? I know that I haven't thought about it for more than a second in the last 10 to 15 years, but now suddenly I'm gonna expect Prince Charming to marry me in the next 2 days because we have to get to, you know, have children. Just absolutely stupid behavior, but let's keep listening, guys.
Some stuff that I feel like if you're in your 20s, you should keep in mind. Get hurt. Plan to get hurt. Plan to love so fearlessly that getting hurt is 100% inevitable. I think the greatest joy in life is to love so many different kinds of people and to be so open to that. Getting hurt is kind of beautiful because you learn how to set boundaries, you learn how to protect yourself better. Like, get hurt early, learn early, and apply it later. 2.
So Ampu just had an aneurysm listening to that advice. It happened to me also. I'm barely alive. This has to be the stupidest advice I have ever heard. But first off, let's just mention how the word love means nothing nowadays. What is this woman's conception of love? Oh, I've loved so many people. What, you mean the chads that clapped you and walked out? Is that what you call love? So disgusting and pathetic what this word means in the mouths of these foul women. But moving from that, yes, the advice, guys, just, you know, you're going to get hurt, right? There's no escaping it. There's just no way we can be respectable human individuals. So we're gonna get hurt. Better do it in the beginning, you know. Better have the bitter sip, so then it's all smooth sailing, right? It's like, I don't know, it's like telling your friend, hey, look, better dump all your money in the lake nearby, just throw it all, so you have little money and you are forced to manage it properly in order to not starve to death. You know, why don't you do that to learn a little about economy and spending your money? Why don't you just throw it all away so you you know, you learn how to? What about no? What about you learn how to not get hurt other than getting hurt, so then you can avoid getting hurt? What kind of backwards, fucked up logic is that, man? Really stupid advice. So we're going to crush our lives and do all the mistakes so we learn how to avoid them. Jeez, man, it really gets on my nerves how stupid people are sometimes.
You don't have to go. You don't have to go to that party. You don't have to go to that event. Your real friends will keep inviting you anyway. It is cool to be the girl that is not constantly available. It is cool to get a night of sleep. It is cool to miss something because you were at the gym. Fine. No one cares. And if they do, they're huge weirdos. That said, 3, say yes to crazy things. Say yes to one thing a year that feels absolutely crazy. If you have not screamed yes at something that makes you at least slightly uncomfortable, go do it. Go do, go be. Your mistakes won't kill you, but your regrets absolutely will. No one judges.
Okay, here's my idea for something crazy that you can do. Buy a plane ticket to Saudi Arabia. How about that? Or Pakistan, Iraq is also a good destination. Why don't you say yes to that? You know, it's crazy crap. I recommend you do it.
You for what you did in your 20s.
What? No one judges you for what you did in your 20s? Oh, let me tell you, men who respect their time will. Because they're not willing for a piece of crap like you show in their lives and trash all their efforts in the previous years. You know, men, we go to the gym, we try to increase our finances, we try to keep a moral level, psychological level, physical level. You know, we try to be on top of life. We compete all the time, right? We do all this effort, and of course we will judge you. We'll not allow the equivalent of a 304 that's for the streets to show up and get half our crap or waste our time or take our children away or do something like this. So we will absolutely judge you. The people who are not going to judge you are the miserable simps that got nothing better in life. So you can go for them. Feel free. Just eat at each other like hyenas.
4, all of suffering is in the unknown. Like if you knew that in 3 months, in 3 years, your life would be great beyond your wildest dreams, you would happily sit and watch that clock tick down, but we suffer because we're not sure it's going to get better. And it always does. But if you knew your timeline, you would never try anything. If you knew at 31 you would meet the love of your life, you wouldn't do anything until 31. You wouldn't have romantic missteps. You wouldn't try anything. So while all the suffering is in the unknown, so is all of the beautiful, crazy stories and experiences. The unknown is just what makes you suffer, but don't be afraid of it. 5 is
So 4 is basically assuming that everything is going to be alright, right? I can have all these missteps, I can lose my pair bonding ability, I can give my body like a piece of meat for people to use, I can be the public toilet, it's alright, because at some point, hey, I'm just gonna get married. Why? I don't know, but it's gonna happen. I don't know if God told her this in a dream or something, it was revealed to her by the universe, but to my knowledge, it's not going to happen. Like, you have no knowledge of the future, of whether you're going to get married or not, and based on your dating history, I can bet my life that you won't. All right. So this presupposition that everything is gonna be all right, it's not gonna work, madam. It's like, again, another brainless thought that, hey, it doesn't matter if I gamble my rent money because, hey, everything is gonna be all right. Now, of course, the moment someone asks you what makes you think that, there's no answer to be given. But yeah, let's just make all the wrong decisions. Let's just do all the crappy behavior because we have a blind belief that everything is going to be all right. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, how you wind up 30 and miserable and alone and crying.
kind of niche, but you don't have to date every nice person you meet. I think I personally would meet these nice guys and I'd be like, they are worth dating, they are worth loving, and yes, they are, but just because they are nice does not mean they are right for you. Don't mistake kindness for compatibility.
Notice how kind men, somehow guys are never compatible. Have you noticed that the good guys, they always get the phrase of, I just see you as a friend, or you're just really nice, but we're not meant for each other. We're not compatible, you know. I'm sure you'll find the woman of your dreams, but it doesn't work between us. Wow. I feel like there is a pattern that nice guys are never compatible. Because these women, they're addicted to anxiety. They also have unreasonable expectations. And the nice guys just don't cut it, all right? The nice guys they're boring, they're plain. You think about the future, yeah, sure. You want to have a house with 2 kids and a dog, it's just I'd rather go for that chat that has like a 0.0001% chance of committing. But if that happens, I will be extremely excited and there will be butterflies because, you know, he's unexpected, he's reckless, he's the unknown. Just absolutely stupid.
Like, it's okay. 6, love comes in all forms. Platonic love shouldn't come second to romantic love. I know we are hardwired as women to feel like romantic love is the end-all be-all, but prioritize your friendship. Reach out to them, check in with them, send them just because gifts. Just like treat them the way you would treat someone new that you're trying to date. Platonic female friends are soulmates and they can make you feel so good and so whole. Okay, 7, there is no reward for being the one hurting the most. Everyone is going through something that feels hard to them. You're going through something so hard, and that doesn't mean that you should be so proud of yourself for getting to where you are despite all of that pain, but don't let that pain make you emotionally elitist. You don't get an award for being the loudest about your pain. 8, there's also no reward for putting yourself last, for putting everyone else first. Sacrificing what you know and love for what everyone else knows and loves is not admirable. It has consequences. It leads to a lot of later in life discovery that can be really, really difficult. Trust yourself, trust your gut, have opinions, say your opinions. What other people think and feel are just not always more important than what you think and feel. And you don't.
8 just sounds extremely annoying. Sounds like that kind of person that always blubbers about whatever crap he thinks, even though it's wrong, even though it's not appropriate for the moment. or even though it's just straight up stupid, but they just shout it out loud because they think that they are important, or they think that they are better than the rest. Whenever I get these people that say things like, "Ah, you should prioritize yourself first," guys, I've never seen one of those people for 5 minutes of his life not prioritize himself. You know, the people that whine all the time that, "Oh, I need to start focusing on myself," they've done nothing more in their lives. You know, like this woman dismissing all the good guys, going for Chad, that's focusing on yourself. And even though she puts Chad before herself, that's not because she's generous or this really great person. No, it's still because that's what she wants. She's doing it for herself. She's not doing it for Chad. Chad is just there. They're doing it for themselves when they chase after Chad, because they want to receive the attention and validation, and because it fulfills them to, you know, have this mission to secure Chad. They're not doing it for him. It's still selfish.
Have to monetize everything. I think in your 20s everyone gets really caught up in like making something of themselves and making money. Find a hobby, go to a dance class, take art classes, do something fun that just quiets your brain and your central nervous system, because the minute you tie it to work, you make it transactional. The minute you tie it to money, all of a sudden there is pressure to do and be something. Take that pressure out. Just do things for fun. And the last and most important one is that you need to fight like hell to break the molds that society has given you. This is more for women, but I am sad that people treat women in their 20s like objects and women in their 30s like tools. We are not just pretty things and then we are useful things. You don't have to be actively providing value, whether it's the way that you look or what you bring to the table, in order to be worthy. Like, you just are worthy. Still learning that one. It's been the hardest thing to learn because you're combating years of training. That's really it. I mean, there's a million things, but
Thank gosh, that's really it. I couldn't take much more. So the last advice is, you know, we're not objects. We're not there just for our looks and then to make babies and all that. Yet it's all this woman has ever wanted. It's all she's ever done. She's attracted guys because she's attractive, because she happens to have a cat between her legs, right? Like, people haven't dated this woman for anything else. And the guys that wanted something else, she didn't allow them into her life. So she's only been with people who view her as an object. Well, what does that make her? She allows to be an object. She wants it. She chases after it. It's the only thing she wants. Yet later on, she goes to cry, "Oh, men only want me for my looks." What do you bet that you check her Instagram and it's just bikini pictures of herself all over? You know, it's what gets me, guys. Nobody is saying that all women are objects, all right? But yes, the women that want to be objects, they are objects of their own doing. This is what they want. And women who don't want to be objectified, they don't objectify themselves, you know? And they show much more, and they bring to the table much more than just their looks. And this is why men commit to them. Look, I really, guys, I respect men, women, I respect all races, and I respect all kinds of people, but stupid people are the only ones I just don't respect them. They do so much evil to the world by being extremely stupid. And look, I understand that there are people that are more gifted, less gifted, you know, you have all sorts of people. I don't blame some people for being less intelligent than others. I mean, I am less intelligent than other people as well. It's just when these people are actively trying to be stupid and dismissive, and they try to cope with everything with their stupidity, man, that's what really enrages me. It's like these people train to be stupid, they exercise to be stupid, you know, it's their life goal to be as stupid as possible, as naive as it can be. And this is what happens when you go for advice, dating advice, you know, from a 30-year-old woman that is single and doesn't have one stable relationship in her life. That the only thing you can take from this video is, again, the opposite of what she said. Absolute crap advice. Didn't expect much more from a old hag that has done nothing but failures. It's just failure after failure, damn it. Hey guys, I wonder if she's gonna get married. I wonder if a man with self-respect will show up, wipe her off her feet and say, "Wow, You are the woman I've been dreaming of all my life. So we'll see about that, how that goes. But guys, thank you for watching. Leave me your comments down below. What do you think about this video? And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.